What's good, everybody? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Please put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Because you know, StreamYard, I've been tripping lately. Y'all can hear me? Okay. What's good, everybody? Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 8. And the name of the episode was called Pride and Pettiness. And it was a good episode. It was a good episode. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel. You know, Stacey is wrapping the girls up. Stacey is wrapping the girls up. Listen, I am having a good time enjoying this season. Stacey is really stepping into her line, her own. Now, is she a liar? She is. I do believe that she's a liar. She has lied, you know. And the thing is, I have my faves, and I go up for people, but I don't go up nobody and no wrongdoing. And she be lying, but I don't believe that she did what they accused her of. I don't believe that she did what they accused her of. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna talk. Okay, so before we get started, let's see who in here, and then we're gonna talk about the episode. Okay, let's see who in here, then we're gonna talk about the episode. And I'm sorry I'm late. Yesterday was my off day, and I was busy, and today was leg day. I am in pain. Oh my god, I am in pain already, but I already know that I had a good workout today, and I am so grateful because I am very injury prone. I feel like I'm getting old because sometimes I can feel something moving or a little injury coming on, even when I'm stretching sometimes. And so, but I still made it to the gym. I still was able to work out or whatever. And today is my cheat day. I'm gonna have a cheat meal. I think I'm gonna have a cheat meal, and then I don't know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving yet, so we'll see. But you know, let's talk about the episode, okay? What's good, Chelsea B? I was waiting for your review all day. See, and then the thing is, I was going to do a pre-record, but I was like, no, don't do the pre-record. The episode was too good for a pre-record, so I couldn't do a pre-record. Cameron, thank you for the super chat. He said, GABOR, Stacey ain't playing with the finger effing. No, she ain't. Baby, she pointing the fingers, baby. She pointing the fingers. Mrs. D Green, what's good? She said, what's good, GABOR? I'm tired of Cookie. I can smell the booms forming Blackie Miles through the screen with her ghetto tail. She got to go. She got to go. She got to go. And I don't believe I need to see. I've seen women like Cookie before. And at first, I had told y'all before what type of girl Cookie was, and we're going to talk about it too. Because at first I thought that she was cool and she was funny, but I started to see some stuff about her. I was right about her. Kendra Air, what's good? Writing Jazz, what's good? He's a GABOR. You don't know how hard it was not to me to message you, asking you where's the review. Who's over here suffering, feeling like, how can he do this to us? What's good? Styling on a budget. She said, I haven't caught a live in a minute. By the way, Stacey wasn't brave. That was security. Baby, that was also security when Keiarna got busted in her head with a glass bottle, baby. It was also security then. And she still got busted in the head with a bottle. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Print Fayez, what's good? Print Fayez, what's good? Listen, I love that song by Summer Walker and Brent Fayez. Number one, I love that song. But I have to. Summer really pissed me off. Summer Walker really pissed me off. And that is a Patreon conversation that we're going to have because she really pissed me off. And I haven't been able to listen to the album the way that I really wanted to listen to it. And I think it's good for my mental health. But she really pissed me off, the stuff that she pulled this last weekend or whatever. But I've just been it's been a lot going on. I wasn't really expecting the stuff that happened over there with Candy and Todd. And we still got to talk about that some more because I didn't really get all my stuff off the way that I wanted to. But we're going to talk about that. Mr. What's good? Dina, what's good? You was waiting for me at the door? Well, I'm here. Let me kick it in. Boom! Lady Kenya Jones was good. Roger in the City. Rabbi, I rewound that last part 5 times where Stacey had gathered Keiarna. Yes, she did. And she gathered a big cookie, too. I'm cooking my collard greens now. House smells so good. You cooking them now for Thursday? Versi, what's good? What time do y'all usually eat? Do y'all sit down and eat as a family? What time do y'all sit down and eat? I don't watch the show until I see your review. Oh, Estelle, why did it just click that I used to have to know? Why did it just click I used to know Tia's husband when I lived in ATL back in the 90s? Wow. You did? Detroit Stace? Yeah, see, that's a whole different girl who they think she is. Y'all eat at 4 p.m.? Baby, we probably don't even get there to 4 p.m., child. We probably don't even get there to 4 p.m., okay? But y'all, it's at the 5-minute mark. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 8. And the name of the episode is called Pride and Pettiness, okay? So the episode started off where we left off. We got Keiarna telling Monique that Stacey was dating Chris. And Stacey never said that. She never said that she dated Chris. Now, on the producer cam, I went back and looked. She said, I was separated going through a divorce. Thiemo saw other people. I did too. I didn't have sex with anyone. I hung out with people. Chris was one of those people. Right? So when she said, I saw people, I hung out with people, she could have hung out and Chris was at a party that she was at. That doesn't mean that she dated him. And I feel like that they are putting that, they so quick to try to find her in a lie about something. And don't get me wrong, baby, she has lied. And see, I see Stacey, I like her, but she be lying. And I don't call her in some lies too. But at this point, I don't believe that she dated him. I don't believe that she dated him like that. Or it was anything that was so serious where it should have been brought back to Monique. Because the truth of the matter is, Keiarna don't even know if Stacey dated him because she never told him that. All you know is that she was accused of it by the group. But you don't know if she knew that. You don't know if she knew that. Okay? Thank you for the super chat, Richie Morris. He said, what's good, good boy? Stacey chewed Kay and Lunell up, baby. Thank you. Thank you, Richie. It's not giving Lunell. I can see a Lunell be making me mad sometimes. I can see a little Lunell with her. Thank you for the super chat. So Willie Yum, she said, I ain't calling her cookie, more like a she cake, more like a cake, baby. That ain't no cookie. But they got cookie. They got the cookie cakes. They got the cookie cakes now. Thank you for the super chat, cutie country guy. He says Stacey up by for the hood chick 0. Loser, watch out, I need to get closer. Stacey, get her again. Hey, y'all, what's good, cute? Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, it's early as hell. Top shelf, listen, I gotta come when I can, baby. Don't do me that. More like a badookie. So, okay. So Monique said that they have been divorced for over 2 years. They have been divorced for 2 years, and so she would expect him to date. And she said, I don't want him anymore. That's why they divorced. And she said, as long as Stacey is good with the kids, she don't care. Now, my thing is this. Monique, did you ever really want him? Did you ever really want him? I don't believe that you ever wanted him. It's no coincidence to me that you broke up with him after 10 years. It's no coincidence to me that you broke up with that you said that you didn't want to marry. I don't want to be married no more after 10 years. It's no coincidence to me. And see, there was some things that was being told. See, I've been over here since day one. Some of y'all been here since fight night. We're gonna be up here for a minute because I got a lot of stuff that I gotta say. I got a lot of stuff that I gotta say. But however, Keiarna, you look stupid. It wasn't the gag that you thought it was gonna be. You look stupid and you are a loser. Loser. You thought that you had a moment. Okay? So they get to talking with Stacey. Ashley brings up the Shayo being a Yoruba name and it feeling weird to her. And Stacey said that she took the Nigerian test and she spoke with all the women about it. And she did. And I remember when she spoke to them about it. She spoke to them about it last year at the reunion. She said that she took a DNA test and she found out she was Nigerian. And Wendy brushed it off. Put a 2 in the chat if you remember. She put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you remember. I remember this specifically. And see, that Stacey is very, very slick. And see, Stacey she's moved strategically just like Kenya Moore. Thank you, Rob J. Yes, she did. She said it at the reunion last year, and Wendy brushed her off. Yes, lover. Yes, she did. Lady Virgo. Yes, she did. My sister. Yes, she did. She said it last year at the reunion, and that lets me know that this cannabis line. I was only playing with y'all. I wasn't playing with y'all. Y'all like to play. Listen, she knew about that cannabis line last year when Gizelle talked about it. She was lying at the reunion. She put that nugget out there so when she come up with the line Shayo this year, she can say, well, I already told y'all I was Nigerian before. Girl, please. You be lying, you be lying, Stacey.
Bitch.
You be lying. You stole the name you stole the name. You be lying. You be lying. And it's okay. But you be lying. You think you know she slick to some of them, but I would have been like, yeah, you told us at the reunion. That's how I knew that you knew. That's how I didn't have anything of it at the time. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay. Wendy and Tia let Stacey know that she's pronouncing the name Shayo wrong. You know, when I think of Shayo, I think of Shiloh. I think, oh, Shamia. I think of her baby Shiloh. But Shayo is supposed to mean happy. So she done went and did a cannabis line. And the thing is, y'all don't like Wendy. I don't really too much. Listen, the only person I don't like is Monique. But y'all don't like Wendy, but we have to understand that this is weird. It is weird that that Stacey was coming out with a cannabis line. She got exposed for it last year. She said that she wasn't coming out with one. Okay. Then she coming out with one this year. And Gizelle even said, girl, she coming out with a Happy Eddie next year. When she come out with a Happy Eddie. And she done copied it all the way down to the Happy. Gizelle even knew the name, girl. That the name was Happy. Girl, bye. Maccabee was good. Thank you for the super chat. Finger point, finger. Yes, baby. The fingers was pointing. The fingers was pointing. Okay. Now, where we at? Okay. Now, over to the side, when we talking about Shayo, Angel says there's a difference between heritage and ancestry. And Ashley said this is another instance of Stacey not being genuine. And so Angel says it sounds like a money grab. Then she decided to ask Stacey about the social justice component of the business. And so Stacey blows her off, and then Angel was like, don't be rude. Angel stepped up and said, don't be rude. Don't be rude. You get what I'm saying? And this is my thing, Big Ange. Rude is when Gizelle sat in your face and told you that you was a catfish. You didn't step up. You didn't have no mouth. It was none of the stuff that you do when it comes to Stacey. And the irony is that the only person who tried to stop Gizelle or call her out for how nasty she was about you and being nasty to you was Stacey. She was the only one. Key Lolo didn't even say nothing until after Stacey said something about it. And so Angel is in the confessional saying that Stacey was being dismissive toward her girl. Literally, the whole group is sitting up here asking her about her business. And here you come up for seconds. Here you come up for second helpings. Because everybody going at her. Now here you come trying to go in at her too. And see, it also makes me believe, I believe that when she said it, that she reached out to you to try to get to know you, and you kind of brushed her off. Okay? So then we get to, they got the GNA float, child. They are going to have a GNA float. They're going to be riding on at the Pride event. And Wendy is shading the GNA float, talking about, is this a tax front? Wendy, you're going to have to lay down off. You're going to have to stay off the shade, baby. Any type of shade that you're doing, Wendy, about money and fraud, you're going to have to sit down on that and say, yo, girl, come on now. Let's be real, okay? And then the girls get on the float. The girls go to the pride parade, and Ashley is really making me uncomfortable. And I'm starting to see the Michael in her. I'm starting to see the predator in her. So she told Kay, this is what she told Kay. She said, I'm just putting it out there. If you feel inspired, Kay, to kiss me, you can. And she was like, you hear me, Kay? And Kay was like, yeah, I understand. And then we later see Kay dancing on Ashley. I don't like the shit that Ashley is doing on this show. It just makes me feel uncomfortable because I feel like every time Ashley get a chance to seize the opportunity to do some bulldagging shit with the girls, she take it. We seen it last year with Jacqueline. She went in a room and told Jacqueline, I don't think that you kissed me. You get what I'm saying? You haven't kissed me. I want to feel your lips. She went in there and kissed on the girl. Then over here with Jossie at the bachelorette party, she put the chocolate on her damn near her titty and started licking on her, right? And now you over here with Kay trying to tell Kay, if you feel like kissing me, kiss me. You can kiss me. I'm just putting it out there. Then you got her, you know what I'm saying, riding on you. I don't like that. It's very uncomfortable. Oh, thank you, Johnny's Angel. Yes. She said it's very R. Candy-ish. Yes, it is. It's very R. Candy-ish. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. It's too much. It's too much. And if I need to, y'all let me know when Andy send the questions for the reunion, because I'm gonna tell him this bulldagging shit that y'all got going on over here with Ashley. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. Ashley said she came out at 12. Did she say? No, I didn't hear her say she came out at 12. She just said that she started telling people when she was 14. Did she say 12? Did she say 12? Ashley don't know what she wants, y'all. Ashley don't know what she wants. Okay? But I think that Ashley is moving like a creep to me. And I'm not no prude. And you know, have fun and stuff sometimes, but I do feel like I do think that it's strange that every time she gets a chance to seize an opportunity to do stuff with the girls, she do it. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable. Me and my homegirls are uncomfortable. Okay? Then we get Monique. We start to hear more from Monique. Gizelle shares that she was surprised to see Monique and her energy is refreshing. And none of the women have seen Monique in 5 years outside of Ashley. Okay? Monique said that her and Chris put on a good image, but she wasn't being loved properly by him. Okay? She said the first time that she thought that she couldn't do this anymore was when her daughter was 6 months old. And now her daughter is turning 10 years old. So that means that she left after another baby and 8 years later. Bitch, what? You stayed with the nigga for 8 more years? And had a whole nother baby? And had a whole nother baby? Thank you for the super chat, Q. He say, Ashley, what them Pennywise looking boys? Oh, creep. Yeah, it's giving creep. Ruel, she said, Ashley gives me creep vibes. Gross, anyone always touching on everyone. Yeah, yes, it is. And did you see Ruel, how she was like, it's touchy, feely as she is with everybody, how she was trying to act like she was so uncomfortable with Stacey, was telling her that she looked nice. Like, y'all are just being nasty to the girl for no reason. I don't like it, okay? Then Monique bring up how when they went to France and she shared that, you know, her and Chris get into the worst arguments around her birthday, Gizelle told her it was because her birthday is about her. And I actually remember that because Gizelle told her that it was not going to change. I remember Gizelle telling her that it wasn't going to change. And Gizelle was trying to make it seem as if Monique was trying to work overtime to prove her worth to Chris. And I'm not saying that that's not what happened in real life, but the way that it came off to us on the show was that if Chris, the way that it came off to us on the show was like Chris was okay with Monique being a stay-at-home mom, right? What happened was when Monique got into this group, the women tried to shame her for marrying well and made it seem like that she was only around for Chris. And I remember specifically Gizelle telling Monique on the trip that Karen and Sharice took that the only reason why she was around was because of her husband. Do y'all remember that? Put a 5 in the chat. The girls tried to shame Monique for being a kept woman or being a stay-at-home mom. Thank you, S. Lover. Yes, she did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That is not Gizelle telling a whole different story. And she even tried to do it earlier this season. See, the girls will try to play you out your position. Even earlier this season, the stuff that she said about Angel. When Angel said that Bobby sent me $5,000, and she said, you always talking about Bobby. We independent women, we get our own. You're not being honest. You're not being honest, Gizelle. Because you got your own after you left that nigga. You got your own after you left that nigga. Ashley got her own after she left that nigga. Big Reese, Sharice got her own after she left that nigga. Y'all got your own after y'all left y'all niggas. Robin never had it. Robin never had it. But y'all got y'all own after y'all had that nigga, and y'all had, it seemed, what it seemed to me, just watching the show, it seemed to me that Monique was trying to prove her work to the women, and now all of a sudden she was trying to become this career woman, and it was causing conflict in her marriage because she wanted help from Chris. Now all of a sudden, and Chris is like, if you need help, hire help. You have access to all the accounts, hire help. That's what it seemed like to me. Looking at the show, it looked like she got played out of her position and she had to prove her worth to the women. Okay? She said that the straw that broke the camel's back was she felt that Chris is only nice to her when he wanted some pussy. Okay? She said she put the theory to the test. She said she gave him some. he rolled over, and she said that she felt like a piece of meat. And she said the next morning, she told him, "You will never enter me again. You will never enter me again." Okay. Girl. And that was it, basically. That was pretty much that all that happened with me. I don't see nothing wrong with Chris saying hire help. Hell sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah, it sounds like a good deal to me. To me, I feel like she got played out of her position. Big Reese had to move out of the champagne room and now got a townhouse. Yeah, but it's still on her own. Monique was so dramatic. Right. Married for hypergamy, then wanted to switch it up. Yeah, because she got around some girls who she thought was bosses. No, their marriages failed and they wanted yours to fail too. Gizelle wasn't over there talking all of that independent women shit when she was over there getting everything from the congregation. Don't let nobody play you out your position. All of them would have been happy to be in the position that Monique was in. Okay? Then we get Big Ange. Okay? I think that the only thing that is keeping Angel on the show, that is going to keep Angel on this show next season, is her lifestyle. And I do think that we need that in Potomac. Okay? Now, her and Bobby are house hunting. Bobby kind of looks like a heavier version of Nipsey Hussle, don't he? Put a 6 in the chat if you agree. I see Nipsey Hussle when I look at Bobby, a heavier version. Okay? Angel said that they've been looking at hundreds of homes online, but they only visited 20 of them. And she said it took them 4 years to find their home in Colorado. Then that tells me that y'all probably need to build from the ground up. Because chances are the house that y'all looking for haven't been built. If it took y'all 4 years to find the home, okay? Now, when they was outside, Angel said, Kay will love it out here for weed and wine Wednesdays. I don't like no shit like that, y'all. I don't like no shit like that, girl. Please don't be discussing shit about me outside of my presence. Because my thing is, if you want to get on TV and tell the world that you smoke weed and wake and bake, that's your business. But keep me out of it. Keep me out of it. People just get so slick at the mouth when they get to talking about other people, right? And the thing is, Angel, Big Ange might not see that as a big deal because she's a woman that's being kept. But Kay is not. You get what I'm saying? And when I say Kay is not, I'm using Kay as a variable, right? X is not. She's not a woman that's being kept. So when you speak publicly, you have to realize what Kay got going on for herself. Kay is a business owner. It was the first time I saw it for him. JW, you seen what for him? I said the same about Bobby. What you said the same about Bobby? What you said about Bobby? Oh, I didn't. All I said was that he looked like Nipsey. I see Nipsey. Colorado is legal, but they in Maryland, Coco. They in Maryland. They in Maryland, okay? So Big Ange is over there. Big Ange said that she didn't like Gizelle calling her a catfish. She was blindsided by that, okay? And she said that it was very unnecessary for Wendy to say what she is saying is she called you a catfish. And she said that Wendy threw salt on it. Okay. Now, in Big Ange's defense, Wendy was the loudest laugh at the table, but I don't remember Wendy saying that she called you a catfish. I don't remember her saying that. It actually came out of Gizelle's mouth, and Gizelle didn't need no help, baby. You were done. You were done. When Gizelle said what she said, you were done with it, baby. She didn't need no help. She didn't need any help. And at first, I thought I knew what was going on with Angel and Wendy. And at first I thought that she felt the way because her and Wendy went to the same alma mater. And she didn't feel like Wendy was having her back. But I'm noticing something more with Angel. And I think that Angel is used to the WAG world. And she is moving based on hierarchy, right? She doesn't have smoke for Gizelle, who is an OG, even though she is the one who said catfish, right? She actually cried to Gizelle, and her exact words were, my relationship with the girls in the group is now fucked. That's what she told when she was crying to Gizelle. My relationship with the girls in the group is now fucked because you are moving based off of hierarchy, right? And so it's easy for her to go at Wendy because Wendy came in season 5. Right? And my thing is, I'm not saying don't go at Wendy, right? Because if we checking bitches who laugh too. Period. Right? I'm getting Gizelle and I'm getting the bitches that laugh at the table. But before I get to Wendy or the bitches that laugh at the table, I am going to annihilate Gizelle. I'm going to annihilate Gizelle. We talking about the whole daughters. We talking about the drawstring ponytails. You get them. We talking about the fluid in her neck. We talking about the fluid in her legs. We eating her up. And we gonna do that all before we go to Wendy. You moving based off of hierarchy. Okay? And Tia too. Tia edited the fuck out her pictures, Lawrence Blair. I don't even think that's the same girl. The girl that Tia do not look like herself online. Period, Pooh. And I'm telling you that now. Okay? What's good, Desiree? She say that's how you do it. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Hey, hair bitch in charge and the rest will fall along. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Okay? Even when it came to Stacey, Stacey didn't say she looked like my 600-pound life in person like Gizelle did. And in the moment, she was walking up with Stacey with an attitude. There was no attitude with Gizelle. You was actually over there crying. But Stacey, all Stacey just did was ignore you. But you was walking up and don't get rude. Okay? Bobby didn't think that it was that serious. Angel said that it's hard for her to let it go because it was disrespectful and she might mention it. But it seems that you have let it go with Gizelle, though. It seems that you let it go with Gizelle. Angel, I'm trying with you, girl. I'm trying, girl. Okay? Then the next day we got lunch. We got lunch with Gizelle, Ashley, Tia, and Keiarna. Did y'all see how Ashley was walking in? When Ashley walked in, she was bent forward a little bit. Okay? Now, Gizelle is throwing an event for Reasonably Shady reaching 10 million downloads. I've only listened to one episode. That was the episode when they talked about Wendy, when she got out of jail, the Theftos, when the Theftos went to jail. That's the only episode I listened to. And she did not say anything bad about Wendy them, though. She didn't say anything bad about them, okay? So Keilolo was there, and Keilolo said that when she left the Pride event, Cookie called her. And so apparently Chris called Cookie very upset, saying that Monique was trashing him. Okay? Keiarna said that didn't happen, and Cookie said that she was hearing that Chris had bad sex and that he treated her like a piece of meat. And then she said this was 20 minutes after she left Pride.
Wait a minute now.
Okay, so, it's a game of telephone now. So Cookie said, well, Keiarna is now saying that Cookie said, that Chris said, that Stacey said, Monique said. That's too many people to be going through. Right? No, at first she said, what's good, Monique King? At first she said 10 minutes. At first she said it was 10 minutes. And then she gonna flip the story at the end too, because she said that while she was on the phone with Cookie, you get what I'm saying? She switched the story. But Keiarna is now saying that Cookie said, that Chris said, that Stacey said, that Monique said that he had bad sex and treated her like a piece of meat. I don't believe this at all. Okay? Now, when I say I don't believe this at all, I'm talking about the Stacey of it all. Okay? The thing for me is this. If Cookie had that information and she had access to Gizelle and Ashley, why in the fuck would she go and bring this information to Keiarna of all people? Why would she go and bring this to Keiarna of all people? Keiarna got a flu because somebody hit her upside the head with a bottle. That's the only reason why she got a flu. But why would we, girl, I don't believe that, Stacey. I don't believe that Cookie, I believe that Cookie probably said that. Well, listen, I just don't believe that she came to Keiarna with that. I think Cookie intentionally came to Keiarna because she's thirsty enough and looking for a moment, so she brought it on camera. Okay? Then Gizelle said that she doesn't care if Stacey is having sex with Chris. My thing is this. If Stacey said that she didn't have sex with Chris, then why are we running around with the narrative that she having sex with Chris? And that's what I be saying. It's about, respect women and believe women until you don't like a bitch. When you don't like a bitch, it ain't respect women and believe women no more. But you get what I'm saying? So because the woman said that she didn't mess with him, but it's respect and believe women until you don't like a bitch.
Message.
Okay? She said that Monique shared with him a sister moment, and he shouldn't know anything about it. But girl, there was a table full of gays and Grace looking dead into y'all mouths when y'all was talking. Did y'all see the punk sitting behind them? Did y'all see my sister sitting behind them? Put a 7 in the chat. Y'all had their undivided attention. Y'all was sitting at the table talking. They were sitting in chairs that was higher than y'all. It was about 4 or 5 of them and Grace, and they was sitting there giving y'all their undivided attention. They was waiting for every word that y'all had. So the fact that y'all are blaming this for Stacey is crazy. And on top of that, bitch, y'all got 6 cameras in front of y'all. What the fuck do you mean he don't need to know what y'all talking about? Bitch, it's being recorded. The fuck are y'all talking about? It's just y'all are trying to jump on Stacey, and I don't like it. Y'all are just looking for any reason to be upset at her. And I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
I'm tired of it. And they said it's Cookie don't like Stacey. Neither do y'all. That's why y'all treating her word as the gospel. And the thing is, y'all are not going to make me believe that Cookie had information on Stacey and she went to Keiarna and didn't go to Ashley or Gizelle. There's no way. There's no way. If I had information and I'm going to go on the show, I'm going to an OG. Shout out to Sheree. I'm going to an OG girl. I'm going to Gizelle. I'm going to Gizelle. Okay? So then at lunch, they have lunch the next day. It's going to be Wendy and Monique. And this is the bullshit with Wendy for me that make me side eye Wendy. Because I be, I don't dislike her, but she be moving funny to me. Okay? So Wendy said that Monique reached out to her to have lunch with her, and she was surprised because she beat up her friend. Now, that was very nasty of Wendy to do. To say that she beat up her friend. She did not have to say that she beat up her friend. Right? Put a 2 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. She did not have to say that she beat up her friend. And I know that y'all gonna be like, oh, she was keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Candace get beat up. Yeah. But when you have a friend and you care, you word things a different way. She could have said that she was beefing with my friend. She fought my friend. She attacked my friend. But beat up, that was very nasty and that was very intentional, especially considering that Candace was doing an interview for her podcast when the news broke that Wendy and Eddie got arrested for fraud, and she spoke highly of Wendy and defended them. You get what I'm saying? And see, it's so funny because I was feeling bad for not feeling bad, but I was feeling like it was karma that was coming around for Mia when she came back, when she was online talking shit about Wendy. But now we see after Wendy got arrested, we see her making tax jokes at Gizelle and Ashley, and now you making fun of Candace getting beat up after the shit that you done went through. And none of these people have spoken ill of you. And because the tax fraud that you making, the fraud with somebody with your name after what you done been accused of, baby, you need to be sitting down. Okay? So then they went on to say, she then went on to say that because of that, she wasn't going to reach out to Monique to have lunch with her, but she was open to have lunch with her because people change. Okay? Now, this is 5 years later and she's saying this. This is 5 years later and she's saying this, okay? Now, this is the bullshit I'll be talking about. When they met for lunch, we found out that Wendy was the first person to reach out to Monique after the fight. Wendy, you was the first person to reach out to Monique after the fight? Directly after the fight? But 5 years later, you wasn't going to reach out to her? That doesn't make sense, mama. Do you know that you're being recorded? Not only did she reach out to her, they had a phone conversation. Right, then to make it make sense. That doesn't make sense. So directly after the fight, you reached out to her, but you can't reach out to her 5 years later because she beat up your friend? But the day after she beat up your friend, you was calling her, talking on the phone with her. You know what I'm saying? Why is it okay for you to reach out to her after the fight, directly after the fight, because she beat up your friend, but you can't reach out to her now? And she said that we never they didn't get a chance to get to know each other because all hell broke loose. They had a chance to get to know each other. They had a chance to get to know each other, but Wendy was following Gizelle on trying to ice Monique out the group. See, the thing is this. Candace thought that it was about her, but it wasn't. It wasn't about Candace. It was about Gizelle getting Monique off the show by what she did to Sherman. That's his name, right? Sherman and his wife. Gizelle told Monique, and I quote, "I'm going to get you, bitch. I'm like a ninja waiting to chop your head off at the right opportunity." She said, no, that ain't what she said. What she said was, basically, you took your shot and you missed. When I shoot, I'm not going to miss. I'm like a ninja waiting in the cut just for the right opportunity to cut your head off. And when you put your hands on Candace, she cut your motherfucking head off. She came down with her, you would have thought that she was fucking HR. She came down and baby, you threatened me your first season. You threatened Robin your second season. You threatened Candace your third season. And last week you drugged her with 6 cameras watching. I don't want to be anywhere near you. I don't want my daughters to be anywhere near you. I believe that's exactly who you are. And she iced that girl out she iced Monique off this show. Candace thought that it was about her. It was not about you, baby. It was not about you. She was going to get her off the show. Monique threw events that Wendy could have went to. She threw events that Wendy could have went to. Nobody showed up to her event but Ashley. She didn't go because she didn't want to go against big sister Gizelle. And I'm standing on that. Monique could have made friends with her. I think that would have made her beloved by the audience. Now, it would have looked crazy because Candace brought her into the show, right? It would have looked crazy because Candace brought her into the show. But the truth of the matter is, girl, Monique ain't never did nothing to you. So you had no reasons not to go to her event. Okay? Monique asked Wendy about her friendships with the OGs. She said, with Gizelle, Wendy says her relationship with Gizelle is much different now. And she would consider she would consider Gizelle as a friend. And Wendy even suggests that Monique and Gizelle have a conversation. Okay? Then they talk about Karen. She said the last thing she heard, Karen was talking shit about her. Karen didn't come to the reunion. She was sentenced to jail. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? She haven't heard from her, but she heard from people who have been who have heard from her, like Big Cook. Okay? And so we found out that Cookie met Karen through Monique. And Monique said that she don't talk to Cookie at all. And then Wendy says that Cookie is best friends with Gizelle. Cookie is best friends with Gizelle. So you mean to tell me that Cookie and Gizelle are best friends? And do I take it that they best friends like that? Absolutely not. But are they very friendly and they talk a lot? They do. So you mean to tell me that Cookie went back and told Keiarna that Stacey went and told Chris this shit, but she didn't go back and tell Gizelle that? Somebody who she really considers a friend? Let's be real, y'all. It didn't happen because she would have went and told Gizelle, and that would have been a way for her to get back into the show. That would have been a way for her to get on the show. What's good, Couture Babe Cookie? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay? Monique says that she met Cookie in 2007 at a party for Chris, and Cookie told her that Chuck Brown was actually... Wait, she said that Chuck Brown was at the party, and Cookie told her that was her daddy. So she lied like Stacey. And Monique said they're not even related. Okay? Monique said that Cookie was demonic. She can't back away from the table. She can't be friends with people who act like they're your friends and talk shit behind your back. And she has other reasons why she don't fuck with Big Cook. That's what she said. Okay? Then they talk about the new girls. Monique said that the new girls was cool, but they seem a little passive. Like they seem a little weak. They seem a little fragile. They seem a little frail. You get what I'm saying? They don't seem to be here for with the shits. Okay? And Wendy said that she's tired of the girls ganging up on Stacey, and Stacey needs to acknowledge the way that she moves, and that makes people look at her sideways. Okay? Monique says that Stacey is trying to become Wendy, and she advises Wendy to take a step back and see who she really is. Okay? Next, we got Stacey, and she is at swimming practice with Arabella and Thiemo. Okay? And it's clear that Thiemo don't want to be there because as they was walking up, she asked Thiemo if he can smile. Can you please smile? He don't want to be there. He don't want to record, but he's supporting his wife. He support his ex-wife, okay? So Stacey says that there was a drought last year, and they showed the clips of her over there trying to sleep with TJ, and she said now it's raining. What Ludacris say? Oh, make love to me. Oh, oh, sing it. Fuck me. Okay, so Stacey over there making it rain, baby. Okay. Stacey said Thiemo was very apprehensive about meeting the group because he's aware of the things that has happened, and she doesn't want to bring just anyone around him. So she invited Tia to meet him. Okay. And I definitely 100% understand that. On this show specifically, every husband or boyfriend on this show has been attacked except for Chris and Darius. And I think that is because they are athletes, right? Michael was looked at as a pervert ever since season 1 when he was grabbing Andrew's ass. Andrew didn't have a problem with him grabbing his ass. Andrew didn't say nothing about it. All the girls had a problem with it. And if we're going to be honest with you, if we're going to be honest, Michael carried the Real Housewives of Potomac until Monique and Candace got into that fight. He carried Potomac on his back, okay? They attacked Juan. Juan was a cheater, okay? Jamal was a cheater, pumpkin eater, and that came from Gizelle, okay? Chris was a cheater, and he's allegedly sexually assaulted Gizelle because he went into the room and he wanted to see if she was with it, right? Ray was broke. Greg was a drug dealer. You get what I'm saying? And so my thing is Andy really needs to regulate this because it's ruining the show. And this is why I feel like he's never going to get women on the show who really live behind the gates or Real Housewives because their husbands have shit to lose. You get what I'm saying? And then don't nobody want to be on this show if we going to be attacked, right? And so I totally understand. Okay, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. Even when Stacey said that Gizelle was dating Sean Springs, I looked the nigga up. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to see his net worth, how many kids he got, et cetera, et cetera. So people gonna look into your life or whatever and stuff like that when you on the show. But I do think it's crazy when people get on camera and make these crazy accusations for a storyline. Okay. And the thing is, Thiemo is filming though. He's filming. But he's not filming with the women to give them anything to talk about. And I think that is actually genius of Stacey. And so it's not like she will be penalized when it comes to him not being there. Now, at the reunion, it'll probably be a different thing. And we'll be interested to see what Andy has to say about the way that she's moving. Okay. So then Tia invites Thiemo to dinner the next day with her and her husband and Eddie and Wendy. Okay. Thiemo said that he's flying out tomorrow, that he was only in town for the day. And then Tia was like, so he's not going to be at Giselle's party? And so Stacey was like, no, he's not. And so she was like, well, who are you bringing? Bitch, is it a fucking prom? Do I got to bring somebody? I'm not enough? Like, is it a requirement to bring a spouse? Because Gizelle ain't going to bring nobody. Gizelle not going to bring nobody. But Cal, the fuck you mean, who am I bringing? You act like it's a prom. She only celebrated 10 million downloads. Is it a couples event? Like, I'm trying to understand. And see, that's that shit with Tia that I don't be liking. Girl, because Tia coming in here moving like she an OG. And I'm not saying she needs to be hazed, but I'm just saying, girl, what do you mean? Is it a requirement? The fuck? Okay. So Stacey said she doesn't want Thiemo to meet any of the other ladies. She said that she's not stupid. And there's a history with the other ladies, and she's 100% correct. Okay. So Tia is trying to get some information out of Stacey to see if she went back and said anything to Chris, because remember, Tia was at the table with Keiarna, Gizelle, and Ashley. And so she brings up Monique and how did Stacey feel about her. And Stacey said that she was lovely. And then she asks about Chris, and she asks, how does she know him? She said, I know him socially. And so Tia says, has he ever told you anything about his divorce? And she says, no. Bitch, talk plain to me, Tia. If you want to ask the question, ask the question. I would, if my thing is, I'm not going to be pussyfooting around, girl. Give us a show. I would have said, girl, Keiarna said that, Cookie said that, Chris said that you went back and told him that Monique said that he was bad in bed. You know what I'm saying? And he treated her like a piece of meat. Give us a show, Tia. Give us a show. What did Claudia say? I need to teach you how to be a pit bull. I need to teach you how to be a pit bull. If we're going to ask the question, we're going to ask the question. Did you go back and tell Chris this? You know who would have known how to ask the question? It would have been a pit bull? Sienna and Alexis. Is it Alexia or Alexis? Her oldest 2 kids? Because they give Southside Chicago all day. They give Southside Chicago all day. I'm telling you. I bet you Sienna and Alexia would have got the information out of Stacey and asked her right. They would have got the information. They would have got the information. Okay. So then Tia is saying again, oh, I wish Thiemo could be at a Gizelle's event. And I'm thinking at this point, bitch, what y'all got planned? You know what I'm saying? Put a 3 in the chat. Like, you got too much on it. Oh, I wish Thiemo could be at the... Girl, what the fuck you mean? He ain't gonna be there. The fuck? Like, why are y'all putting too much on it? Is Chris coming to something? Did Gizelle invite Big Boy? Like, why do y'all want him to come so bad? Like, why are we so worried about Thiemo? Okay? And so Stacey says, you know, I'm being fully transparent. Thiemo is not at the level of comfort being around the ladies. And she said, I will have him around when Gizelle bring her men around. And baby, that's the truth. Come to think of it, I don't remember Gizelle ever bringing a man around the group that she was actually in a relationship with. Now, earlier in the show, again, I've been here since day one. She did date a guy. You remember the guy that he dated? He had a son, and he cooked for Gizelle and her mama. Y'all remember that? He cooked for Gizelle and her mama. She ended up bringing him around Keiarna and Ray. That's when you know, the man went talking to Ray. I mean, the man went and talked to Gizelle. Wait, the man went and talked to Keiarna one-on-one, and then Ray talked to Gizelle one-on-one, and he told her, girl, you're not gonna have these looks forever. You get what I'm saying? So she did bring a man around Keiarna and Ray. But Sherman was at the reunion. He was never brought to an event with the women, right? The same with Jamal. He never showed up for an event with all of the women, which is why Gizelle said that we see Jamal through the phone, right? And Jamal never even showed up for a reunion. So at this case, I love the way Stacey's moving. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Ray was giving fatherly advice to Gizelle. Well, right. She brought Sherman around Robin and won. Did she? Amy J, when? Tell me, let me know the scene so I can kind of remember real quick. Let me know. She had one dude until Monique fell slighted. Yeah, she had him on the show, but she never brought him around the group. Sherman, she never brought Sherman around the group. He was at the reunion and he filmed with her. Remember, they filmed at the park. They went on a date at the park, but he never was around the group. Okay? So then we got Gizelle. Grace is going to be planning her event. The Reasonably Shady event. I think Gizelle is trying to get Grace in front of the camera so she could be invited on something like Next Gen NYC. But the truth is, Grace is boring. Right? She don't got no personality. And I guess you can say that about niece. I guess you can say that about my niece Riley or whatever, that she ain't got no personality neither. But, you know, that's my niece, so I'm going to feel a little different. Watch how you hold my niece. They say that my niece went over there and she was over there throwing bottles and stuff over there. So, you know, maybe we'll see something different with her. But, you know, Grace ain't got no personality, child. Grace is pretty. Okay. Then we got the dinner with Tia, Rob, Eddie, and Wendy, okay? Wendy got some finger waves on her head. It looks really nice on her. She look good with her finger waves, okay? I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I like the people watch. Right? So I love scenes when people meet each other for the first time, right? I think I rewind this scene like 4 or 5 times to see what everybody did. So, of course, Tia and Wendy have met each other before, but they haven't met each other's spouses, nor have Eddie and Rob met each other. So it was nice to see them like get out of their seats and greet each other. And, you know, I like to see how people be like, hey, this is my husband. You know, I like to see stuff like that. Is that crazy or weird? Is that weird? I like to see shit like that. I like to see stuff like that, okay? And so we found out that Eddie was not born in Nigeria, so y'all can start with the xenophobic comments about him getting deported. He was not born in Nigeria. He said that he's been there, but he has never lived there. What's good, Simply Sakina? What it do, my nigga? Hey, got a long time. What's good, Cookie Crumble? Is you big Cookie Crumble? No, you Cookie Crumble, so you small. Same house spouses in the spouse. Yeah, I love to see stuff like that. Isn't Grace at FAMU? But it's supposed to be the summertime. Not weirded out. Okay, what happened to Gizelle's friends, Erica Lyles? Well, she's supposed to be over there in New York, is what they said. Rob was clocked in on this conversation. I like Wendy's dress, didn't like Eddie's suit. He didn't have on a suit. He had on a shirt, Lexi Lane. He had on a shirt with flowers on it. Okay? We found out that Tia and Rob have been married for 17 years, but they've been knowing each other since 98, okay? She said that when she was 19 years old when they met, and she lied about her age. Then she said that she used to also tell people. She said she used to also tell people that she was mixed with Cuban because it sounded exotic. And that's what happens when you send your kids to all white boarding schools. Baby, that ain't got nothing to do with no boarding school. And that ain't got nothing to do with no all white schools. Baby, I used to go to schools that was fully black. And I don't know, some grown people to this day that run around telling people that they mixed. And I always say,
With what?
With what? Mixed with what? You full nigga, child. You full nigga. They have be just above 4C. They probably got 4B. They probably got 4B hair, and they say they got Indian in their family down the line. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. Oh, I got French in me. Bitch, please. Oh, I'm Creole. Bitch, please. Bitch, please. Y'all, our people just sick. Our people just sick sometimes. You know, Miss Sue was true. She was true a little bit when she would say the lost. So sometimes we can't act like we are the lost. But baby, come on. She doing the Beyonce when she used to lie about being Native American. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Anything to come at the queen. Anything to come at the queen. Anything to come at the queen. Okay. Now, Tia said that she has been knowing Rob since 98 and they've been married for 17 years, but she's never been to Chicago. Ain't that strange? That Tia never been to Chicago? Your husband has been, you've been married for 17 years. He's been from Chicago. He is from Chicago. And y'all never been back for a birthday, a grandmother funeral, great grandmother? Like, is he on the run? Thank you for the super. I mean, what's good, Ali? She say, my daughter went to an all-white boarding school and they will remind you you're black. As a parent, you need to make sure your child is proud of their blackness. I blame Tia's parents for that foolishness. Mm-hmm. That is weird, right? Yeah. Like, why not want to see where your man is from? Right. Why do you not want to see where your man from? Why y'all don't want to see where a man from? Family cookout? Nothing? Right. He was wild when I knew him briefly. What kind of wild? Clark and Tia takes us to Chicago next season. Yeah, that would be a good trip. But I mean, she ain't gonna be able to host because she ain't gonna know what's going on. She ain't gonna know what's going on. Okay. Tia says that she invited Stacey and her husband to dinner, but he's out of the country. And she shares that Stacey said that out of everyone in the group, that Tia was the safest to be around. Okay. And so Wendy didn't like that, so she called Stacey on speakerphone. And you know, it made me think, when they're making these phone calls to each other, do they let each other know that they're filming or not? Right? So Wendy asked Stacey how come she and Thiemo wasn't there, and she actually told Wendy the truth. She said Thiemo wasn't ready for a grand introduction, so we had to pass. And so Tia jumped in, and she said that she let Wendy know that he was out of time, that she told Wendy that he was out of town. And Stacey said, yeah, he just flew in today. Now, Stacey, here goes another lie that you got caught in, bitch. Because how did he fly out of the country and come back the same day? Because yesterday, he told Tia that he was flying out tomorrow. Now, today is tomorrow, and you said that he just got back. Did he go to Mexico and come right back? Did he go to Mexico and come right back? Y'all got to keep up with the lies. That's the thing is, if you and your nigga gonna be sitting up here, boy, your wigger, if y'all gonna get up here on this show and lie, y'all need to come up with a script before y'all get on camera and talk to people and switching up stories, okay? So Wendy tells Stacey that Tia said that she's the safest person for Thiemo to meet, and she feels like that she isn't being the type of friend that she has been to her. And Stacey says, Tia, I really don't appreciate you causing friction between me and Wendy. And so, what's the girl named? Tia said, you know, no, darling, you're creating your own friction because you can't keep up with your lies. Keep up. Keep up. Okay? And so Stacey apologized and she said that she regrets introducing Tia to Thiemo first. And Wendy is her closest friend in the circle, and she's sorry if she hurt her feelings. Okay? And so Wendy ended up asking Tia, what else is going? What's good, busy? You love Stacey? Me too. She's a lie. She do lie a lot though. She do lie a lot though. Okay, but she do lie. Okay. She asked Tia what else is going on, and then they said to talk about Big Ange. And she say, Tia says that Angel said that they started off cool, but at the airport, Wendy was particularly dismissive, cold, and nasty to her. She said it was no eye contact, no hello, it was nothing, and it set the tone for the trip because she was the person who said the catfish comment. Wait a minute. She said she was the one who said the catfish comment. It wasn't Gizelle. Okay. Now, Big Ange, first of all, if Wendy was cold and nasty and all this other shit you trying to put on it at the airport to you before the trip, you should have addressed the shit on the trip. You should have addressed the shit on the trip. This was before the trip. Y'all went on the trip, came back from the trip, and you want to talk about some shit then, girl, you should have addressed it before the trip or at the trip, right? Then with the Gizelle literally said catfish. And Angel, you are coming off as a scary, sorry, miserable bitch. I'm sorry. And I'm trying to be that for you, but I gotta be real. I can only tell you how I feel. You only going after Wendy because she's not an OG. And again, I'm not saying don't go after Wendy, but when we go after Wendy, it's gonna be after we get after Gizelle first. My auntie used to say, whenever you get bullied, you go after the baddest bitch first. You go after the baddest one. And when you whoop their ass, the rest of them will fall in line. And the truth of the matter is, Angel is insecure because them pictures do not look like her. You a big girl. You a BBW. And that's okay. It's okay. You're a BBW. And it's not because you had a baby 19 months ago. It's not because you had a baby 19 months ago. Baby, you had a baby 19 months ago. That baby 2 years old. The baby ought to be walking and talking unless she was delivered by Dr. Jackie. But other than that, baby, your baby ought to be walking and talking about now. That was 19. You a BBW. You was a BBW. I went through your Instagram, mama. You was a BBW before you even had them kids, girl. You was a BBW before you even had them kids, girl. Now I don't know what you're doing over there with them wags, and you got them thinking that you were small, running around telling you that you thick. Baby, thick used to be something back, baby. You a big girl, and it is what it is. And if you don't like it, get into the gym. But you a big girl. You a big girl. No shade. You a big girl. You a big girl. Okay? And then my whole thing is with her, every time we see you, you eating. You ain't ordered a fucking salad yet. You ain't ordered a fucking salad yet. Every time we see you, you sitting down eating to talk to somebody. You ain't been walking through no parks with nobody. You ain't went to the gym with nobody. You and your sister went and sat down and had ice cream. You get what I'm saying? If you just so worried about I'm just saying, girl, back away from the table a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? Go get I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be. I mean, you a big girl and it's okay. You like to eat, right, Coco? It ain't no greens on the plate, no asparagus, no nothing. You be girl, you be baby. You look like you can tell up some shit. I'm just saying, okay. And I'm with Wendy. Wendy said, "Girl, fuck you and that camera. Girl, fuck you and that camouflage, bitch. Fuck you and that camouflage, bitch." And Wendy, you better not apologize to the hoe. And I mean that. Thank you for the super chat, cute content guy. He say, thank you for your time. Go back to Colorado. Oh, Angel, thank you for your time to go back to Colorado and take Kay with you. Ooh. Okay. So now we at the reasonably shady celebration. Okay. Angel looked cute. She a BBW. She looked cute. And Angel, you want to, and you the BBW girls that I go up for, Angel, because you a BBW and you don't like to cover it up. And you shouldn't have to cover it up. You shouldn't have to cover it up. You get what I'm saying? You don't want no girdle or nothing. You just let the back rolls hang out. You let the underarm titties and stuff go. You let it all hang out. And that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. You don't got to be walking around not being able to breathe and stuff. I like it. You didn't have no girdle or nothing. You look good. Okay. Bobby looked very handsome in his suit. Okay. Jazzy and Mr. Sunshine Jr. was there. I think I seen they had on some recycled outfits. I wonder Andy gonna call it. They had on some recycled outfits before because I seen Sunshine Jr. and Jazzy in those outfits on Instagram before. I mean, but he a practice player though. I don't expect him to have that much money. He ain't got no money like that. Thank you for the super chat, Faye Daily 4809. She said, you have me running. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, well, thank you. Ruel, thank you for the super chat. She said, preach, thank you. Okay. Ashley looked cute. Ashley looked like fake money. She looked like fake money. You know, she's really experimenting with her bank account ever since she got divorced and she got her, you know, her settlement. Okay. Gizelle, baby, you got a girl. Gizelle had on a drawstring ponytail, and it was a different shade from her hair. Gizelle, baby, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
You're beautiful, but this drawstring ponytail, it gotta go. But like, I'm telling you, a babe, this grandma-ish.
No.
This grandma-ish, it gotta go. This grandma-ish, it gotta go. The drawstring ponytails, totally different from the rest of the hair. It gotta go. It gotta go. It gotta go. Not at every event. Baby, it was two different type of blondes. It was two different type of blondes. Gizelle literally thinks she can just get out of bed. I mean, she didn't even have, and don't get mad at me, I'm just saying, she didn't even have no perm on the leave out. And it was a whole different cut. Baby, the leave out wasn't even pulled all the way back in the ponytail. The ponytail wasn't even slick. I'm talking about the leave out part of the head. It wasn't even slicked all the way back. It didn't look like there was no gel on the bitch, no nothing. It just looked like, you know, baby, I wouldn't let Cal in my head at all, baby. This grandma bitch, it gotta go. They gotta go. The drawstring ponytail, they gotta go. She didn't even look like she brushed the drawstring ponytail before she put it on. It looked like she just clipped the bitch in and left. Well, it's a drawstring, so she just drew the string and just said, "Let's go." I got green eyes, bitch. I don't need nothing else. I got green eyes, baby. Thank you for the super chat, Richie Morrison. Say, Andrew GABOR, I'm on the floor. Why are you on the floor? Get up. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Gizelle menopause and sweating is in her scalp. Gizelle gotta be so lazy. Baby, listen, I love Gizelle. She's a beautiful girl when she dressed up. But baby,
You're beautiful, but this drawstring ponytail, it gotta go. But like, I'm telling you, a babe, this grandma-ish.
No.
this grandma-ish, it gotta go. It gotta go. You're beautiful, baby. Thank you for the super chat, the inform. She say, wow, Pretty B can't wear two-tone hair. Baby, she's not wearing two-tone hair. The two-tone hair was wearing her. Let's be clear. A pretty bitch could put on gold, blonde and black and hair at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Baby, that shit right there was on accident, baby. She thought that she was doing it. Pretty bitch can't comb her hair? Shit. Okay? Who else was that? Kay looked cute. Shasha was there. She looked cute. Everybody looked cute except for Gizelle. Everybody looked cute except for her hair's fried. Baby, the hair's fried. The grandma-ish, it gotta go. It gotta go. Okay? So then we get Angel. So apparently, Angel bought Gizelle a fan as a hostess gift when they was at the trip in Nevis. Now, I don't know if I knew that she bought the trip. She bought the gift. She said she bought the gift, but I don't know when. Oh, shout out to JW. She said that she bought Gizelle a gift when she did the interview with Claudia Jordan. I watched the whole interview. She said that she bought Gizelle a gift over there when she did the interview with Claudia Jordan. So she was thrown off when Gizelle came at her about her being 600-pound life in person and $150 on the internet. Okay. And so she asked Gizelle, is she using the fan that she gave her? And Gizelle was like, yeah, I'm using the fan that you gave me. I've been using it all day. And she said, oh my God, that warms my heart. And she actually touched her heart. I said, look at that. Girl, what are you doing? Then she says that she wants to know how her and Gizelle can get to know each other. It is based off of a hierarchy. Gizelle embarrassed you in front of the group and you sitting up here so happy that she used a fan and you want to get to see how you can get to know each other better. But Stacey reached out to you and tried to get to know you better and you gave her your ass to kiss. Your big ass to kiss. You gave her your big ass to kiss. You something else, mama. You something else, okay? And so Gizelle says, you know what, there have been some problems. And Angel says, yeah, and you already apologized. And I've moved past it. But I haven't addressed Wendy's part with the laughing, saying that she was a catfish. And that is an example of our interactions have devolved into a mercurial nature.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Girl, what? What are you talking about? And so Gizelle says that she doesn't know what that means, and she's not sure that Angel knows what it means because she has a delayed reaction to everything that they do. So Gizelle is basically saying, baby, not only is she giving my 600-pound life, she giving Precious because she's slow. You know what I'm saying? I'll say something to the bitch one day, and baby, 3 weeks later, I don't know what y'all heard. I heard her call her Precious.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
She said that she big and she delayed. I say something to her one day, baby, 2 months later, she'll come back and say, hey, did you say this? I say, wow. Baby Gizelle do not fuck with her. Okay? And my thing is, she doesn't have a delayed reaction to Stacey. She doesn't have a delayed reaction to Stacey. Angela's just a punk ass bitch. And the thing is, I can understand when people throwing shade at you and they not being direct. And they're not being direct in what they saying to you. But Gizelle was clear as day when she said that she was a catfish. She was clear as day. She actually laid it out perfectly, if I must say so myself. It was nasty. I love a nasty bitch. But she actually laid it out clear, but baby, it was a flawless victory. It was a flawless victory. She said, what she said was, and I quote, she said, I didn't know that picture was you. When you joined the group and they said that it was Tia and this other girl, I didn't know that picture was you. That doesn't look like you. Then she said she was a catfish, and when you said, no, that picture's actually me, she said, babe, that's not you. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Baby, she looked at you dead in your face and tilted her head and said, babe, that's not you. That's not you. She ate you up. It was nothing that should have been that you had to think on, that you didn't know what she was saying. It was nothing what you had to go think on. The girl said, babe, that's not you. Babe, that's not you. Babe, you're not a size 8. You're not a size 8, babe. That girl on that picture was a size 8. She had a baby 19 months ago. Babe, girl, it ain't because of no baby. Okay? And so, then Angel is saying, where's Wendy? And this delayed reaction is punk shit. So now you're ready for Wendy weeks later because you have to go back to the drawing board. You had to go back to the drawing board because you didn't know what you wanted to say to her, right? And how could you have moved past it? I just don't understand. How could you have moved past it, but you still harping on Wendy? And Wendy, you bet not apologize to her for nothing. You bet not apologize. I would not be apologizing. I wouldn't give a damn, okay? Oh, we got some confessionals. Okay? Gizelle got a new confessional. It looked like something we've seen before. Maybe Gizelle is giving the bare minimum in the confessionals, okay? Stacey got a new confessional. She got on like a gold dress, like a gold metallic dress with a rose in the middle. And on the straps of it, it's made out of leaves on the straps. And so she looks really, really nice. That was a cute dress that Stacey had on in her confessional. And Jazzy got on the wedding dress. In her confessional. And I think it's cute, but I can see how other people probably would think that she's doing too much because she's not even holding the flute. She's holding the juice box. So I can see how y'all could think that she's doing too much with the girl. You got married. It wasn't really on the show. You're not a wife. You hold the juice box, girl. Bye. Okay? So then we see Big Hook. Big Hook enter, and then Big Hook didn't even look like she had the memo for the dress code. What was Big Hook going to? Big Hook looked like she was going to a hookah bar. I don't know. Okay, so Stacey goes and she pulls Tia to the side, Tia and Wendy to the side to go try to talk to her, and then the whole group ended up coming, right? And so Stacey says that she feels like that when she's with Tia, it's one way, and then when she in the group, it's another. Okay. And Tia says that when she was at Arabella's swimming practice, she invited Stacey out to dinner. And Stacey said, no, you invited my husband to dinner. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Put a 5 in the chat if you remember. She did not invite Stacey. She invited Thiemo. And let me finish. She did not invite Stacey. She invited Thiemo. Baby, you wouldn't even thought that Stacey was there. I forgot that Stacey was there, baby. I forgot that Stacey was there. Okay, and so Tia was saying, the problem with you, Stacey was getting ready to say the problem with you, because there is a problem, and let's be clear. The problem is that Tia got skated into the group, and she's coming in like she's Gizelle. You get what I'm saying? You coming in like you thinking you Gizelle or you the head bitch in charge, and you coming in acting like you about to haze me. Alexa Love say semantics. See, you must be from Nigeria. You must be from Nigeria. I don't think it's proper. I'm just saying, I just don't think that it's proper to just invite Thiemo and not invite Stacey. And I don't think it's improper to invite the husband. She could have told Stacey, y'all should come. I think that's the proper thing to do. I think that would be the very British thing to do. You know what I'm saying? To invite Stacey and her husband. But she just invited Thiemo. Oh, I want you to be. You get what I'm saying? So Tia says, there is no fucking problem with me. Everyone who has been around you has called you a liar, and I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and I was foolish, but don't let the accent fool you. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. It sounded like Sharice when she was telling Gizelle, don't let the zip code fool you, baby. Girl, go lay down. Don't let the zip code fool you, baby. And Stacey started clapping. Bravo, girl. Bravo, baby girl. You showed up today. Bravo, baby girl. So at that point, Stacey was old. Stacey was 1-0. Stacey was 1-0. Because the truth of the matter, girl, you didn't invite me, you invited my husband. And he wasn't gonna be here, and he didn't show up. And I got you. I got you. Okay? Then we get Keiarna. Then we get Keiarna. Okay? Kiki was so happy, hyped. She thought she had her moment. She said 10 minutes after she left the Pride event, she was on the phone with Cookie. And, I guess they was, if I was Stacey, I would, because if the energy act like she was towards me, girl.
Somebody get this bitch off me.
Somebody get this bitch off me. I don't like your energy in the way that you coming in. Okay? So she claimed she was on the phone with Cookie. And Chris clicked in and told Cookie that Stacey said that Monique was trashing Chris, said that he treated her as a piece of trash and that he had bad sex. And Keiarna is really, really hyped the whole time as if the conversation with Monique was not being filmed or if Stacey really broke some type of girl code. And this is the crazy part about it is that Monique already shut down the mess that Keiarna was trying to start with Stacey. Right? She already shut it down at the Pride event. So what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Right? And so Stacey said, what are you talking about? And so Wendy says, well, how do you know that it was her? And so Kay said, I know that it was her. Baby, no, you don't. No, you don't. It was a table full of people there. It was a whole group of punks looking on with Grace. And I love my sisters, but they could be messy. My sisters could be messy, and I love them, but they could be messy. They know how to pull stunts, okay? And so anybody could have did it, and girl, y'all were on camera. Y'all were on camera, okay? So Stacey says that she doesn't know what she's talking about, and why would she say that? And so Kay says Cookie is standing right there. And I just think that it's so hypocritical of Keiarna. It's so hypocritical of Keiarna. It's so hypocritical of her to bring someone. Okay. It's so hypocritical of Kay, being that she got into a fight on the show and got her forehead busted wide open with a bottle. You got your forehead busted wide open by somebody who was not on the cast. And here you is ushering in Cookie to be in some type of argument and conflict with a girl that's on the show. Bitch, are you slow? Like, you look stupid. See, Boogie said, yeah, we see each other. Like, right. Why are you bringing somebody after the way that you acted, the way that you got your forehead busted wide open? Now you're going to try to bring Big Cookie into a conversation? You actually left in a stretcher. You actually left in a stretcher. And so Stacey is like, how was that true? And so Cookie says, because you called them and told them, don't sit up here and act stupid with me. Right? And so Wendy says that this is making her very uncomfortable because she met with Monique and she told me that if Cookie was, and she said this in front of Cookie's face, baby. Said this in front of Cookie's face. And she said that if Cookie is coming around, that means that Cookie is going to trash her. And so if we're talking about Monique, it's only right for Monique to be here to hear what we're talking about. Okay? So Stacey pointed her finger. Okay? And Big Cook say, baby, don't point your finger. She didn't say, baby. She said, don't point your finger at me. And so Stacey pointed again, like, I'm pointing. And so Cookie say, point your finger at me one more time. What you gonna do? And Stacey said, here it is. Here it is. She pointed the finger, okay? And then she said, let me go over here so I can point my finger. And she moved Gizelle out the way, right? And so Cookie is saying that's what she gonna always do. She run when I come around because I'm telling the truth. And Stacey said, oh, no, baby. No, baby, I'm not running around. I'm coming over here. Right? And so at this point, Kay is between Cookie and Stacey. And Stacey reached around and pointed her finger at Cookie and said, baby, I can point my finger anywhere I want. She thought that Stacey was running from her. She said, oh no, baby, I'm not running. I'm coming over here. Gizelle, move out the way. Matter of fact, hold my purse. My girl, I don't even need you to hold my purse, bitch. I can hold my purse. Let me put it in my left hand. Walked over there, reached around Kay, and said, I can point my finger anywhere I want. What you gonna do? Shout out to Miss E. What you gonna do, Big Cook? What you gonna do? And it didn't like she was running to me, baby. She walked right up on the bitch. Yes, baby. Stacey said, no, baby. I'm not backpedaling. This is front pedaling. Boots are made for walking. Let me come over here to you. See, you don't know how to do it. You don't walk. I can look at you and tell. Bitch, you in here. Girl, you got here. You're sweating already. Bitch, you sweating walking, getting off the elevator, bitch. You don't walk. Okay? I know it felt like you coming up, baby. It was a country green mile for you to get over here, baby. Walk right over there and baby reached her hand over Keiarna, baby, and said, I can put my finger anywhere I want. What you gonna do? Okay? And so Cookie talking about, you need to take a shower with your funky ass. And that's what I'm talking about, that punk bitch shit. See, girl, you asked her to point her finger at you one more time. She walked up on you and you didn't do nothing. And the thing is this, girl, it don't matter how funky she is. Chris wanted it. At least that's what you think. Chris wanted it. He didn't mind the funk box. So why you mad? It don't matter how funky she is. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't, listen, it don't, what happens is people be getting mad and try to come at a person when somebody be choosing them or they talking to a motherfucker. It don't matter how funky she is. Chris wanted her. Period. It don't matter how funky she is. You believe that Chris wanted her and that's why you tight about it. He don't want your ass. He don't want you. Okay? And so you trying, and she just looked like girl. Stacey looked like girl. Okay? And so Kay is still trying to make a moment saying Monique spoke about her healing journey and trying to have a peaceful co-parenting relationship with her ex-husband. She never said that she had a bad co-parenting relationship with her ex-husband. So Keiarna, what are you even talking about? Matter of fact, let me back up. She's 2-0. Let me back up. They escorted Cookie out the business. They escorted Cookie out the premises. Get this bitch out of here. Before she eat up the buffet.
Get that bitch out of here.
Get out of here. I don't like her energy. I don't even like the way that she came. The way that she came in, her energy wasn't right. Coming in sweating. Pop the Molly, I'm sweating. Woo! Okay, so hold on. Okay. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat, D Inform. She said, Stacey said this is front pedaling. Yes, she did. Give it up. Give it up for my girl. Sharjay, thank you for the super chat. She said Bravo needs a Real Housewives of Detroit. Yes. Okay. Gizelle was calling for security. She was scared. I didn't see her call for security. If she see Bougie, what I think Gizelle was saying, that she understand what Wendy was saying, but this still needs to be talked about. I don't think that she was calling security, because if she was calling security, baby, Stacey, she could have stopped Stacey from going where she was going. Stacey said, baby, move on out of my way. Yeah, you move around here. What's your name? They say, you move over here so I can get here. You move over here so I can get here because I'm trying to go over here. She said, don't point my finger. Let me show her I can point it, baby. And she walked right up on the bitch and said, I can point my finger anywhere I want. What you gonna do, bite it? It's not a chicken finger, bitch. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay? So Kay is still trying to have a moment, okay? And Stacey says, girl, no matter how many times you say it, it doesn't make it true. And so Keiarna say, ain't shit you said been true since you've been in the group. And so Stacey said, girl, the only time you get heated, baby, is when it's with me. The only time you get heated, bitch, is when it's with me. What I heard Stacey say was, baby, you got all this heat for me over something I didn't do. And it's not even concerning you. But when Gizelle told you that she was making funeral arrangements while you was calling the plastic surgeon, bitch, you was on a yacht crying. You was on a yacht crying. You wasn't being kilo-load in. You wasn't that badass gutter bitch then. See, you and Angel move a certain type of way when it comes to the OGs of the show. Y'all move a certain type of way. Y'all bitches get to crying and shit when Gizelle say something to y'all. But the thing is, I haven't fucked with you, Kay. You was over here fucking with me. You came over here fucking with me. First of all, if I did go back and tell Chris anything, it ain't got nothing to do with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. But you only get crunk when it's with me. That's why when Stacey said I'm a hoe now, yes, girl, I'm clutching my pearls, baby, because she don't know me to be calling me no hoe. She don't know me to be calling me no hoe. And she not gonna call me no hoe. That ghetto trick trash that she speak, she gonna have to know how to speak when she talking to somebody. She's not gonna talk to me like that. It's a colloquialism. Not with me, it won't be. No, it won't be. Not with me, it won't be. I'm a wife and a mother. I'm a wife and a mother. Girl, you was over here a setup girl, got your ex-boyfriend killed, baby, and I don't know what your new man over here doing. You ain't got the girl gone. Let me stop. Ooh. Okay. So then she said, Stacey told her, girl, you usually at a 0. Today you probably at a 2. But guess what? It's so happy to see you, boo. And she started clapping. And at that point, she was 3-0. At that point, she was 3-0. Then Keiarna said, your character is flawed, Stacey. I'll never trust you around my husband. And then Stacey screamed, you don't have one. Baby, when I tell you everybody in there was gagged, everybody out there was gagged. Baby, Keiarna thought that she ate because she was getting ready to walk off. Baby, and Stacey said, you don't have one. And baby, I think that Keiarna thought that she had a husband for a second. The way that she was walking off, she thought that she had a husband for a second. Baby, that man ain't married you. Bitch, he ain't even get on bended knee. He ain't even get on bended knee to marry you. You ghetto hood bitch. We need to see that you really set up your ex first. Bitch. Gagged you. Gagged you. Gagged you. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He said, other than Portia dragging Kenya across the floor, I haven't been this proud of a housewife. Stacey cleared 3 holes in one steam. Stacey is center flute. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She's 3. I want to give a 4-0 because the one that she did to Keiarna at the end, where she said, you don't have one. Great. Soon as she said, I will never trust my husband, all I heard was, you don't have one. And I love Wendy was like that. Now hit me, bitch, you bad bitch. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, where is Deborah? Because Scar, you need to be hit again. You will never win against Big Mama Stacey. That was a 2-pointer. Yes. Stacey will clear them next week. She will? Double KO for K, right. K, girl, this ain't what you want. I don't know why you keep coming for Stacey, because she gagged you. See, you didn't think that she did. She gagged you already on the bus, on the Sprinter bus, baby. When she said, baby, I don't talk like that. Baby, I don't want to be chin checked. She let you know that you was ghetto trash. You was ghetto trash to speak, baby. She gagged you. You're not the type of girl. This is not for you. You baddies material. You baddies material. At best, you loving hip hop. At best, you loving hip hop. This ain't the show for you. I love how Stacey get to playing with you. Oh my God, I'm a hoe now? I don't speak like that. I don't speak like that. I don't want to get chin checked because I know you will do it. And the thing is, Stacey ain't scared of the girls. Stacey ain't scared of the girls. You know how many people would have been scared of Big Cook? Baby, that girl said, baby, I got my finger right here. Matter of fact, let me come over here to come. Let me move around so I can get there. This is where I'm trying to get and point at the finger. Okay? I've seen women like Big Cook before. I've seen women like Big Cook before. It's no coincidence that she doesn't like Monique and Stacey because she wants Chris. She wants Chris. And she probably was trashing Monique because she didn't think that Monique was over there doing what she thought that she should be doing. And it seems like that Chris got a type, right? If he was on a date, if he was with Monique, and if he was with Stacey, stated she wasn't with him. She said that she didn't date him. They know each other socially. So it seems like that he probably have a type if he was dating Stacey. And it's not Cookie. It's not Cookie. She's not his type. Okay. Now, she would probably be his type if he wasn't a millionaire, but because he got a couple of M's behind his in his bank account, he got options, right? And so Cook is just gonna be waiting around. She probably suck his dick every now and then if he let her. She's just waiting on the call. You know what I'm saying? She trying to be around to see what she can get. She's just trying to go around to see what she can get from him. You get what I'm saying? She over there probably being used and abused, right? But Cook, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope because there's somebody out there for everybody. Because you clearly is Bobby type. Because you and Angel are what and what. Y'all look like sisters. You and Angel look like sisters, okay? And there's men out there that like big women like you. You ain't got to be waiting on Big Boy. Big Boy lost his weight and he acting brand new. But, you know, my daddy used to say thickness was his weakness. And so there are men. Angel got a husband. You can find you one too. You can find you one too. You can find you a player. You can find you a player that started for 10 years. You ain't gotta wait for Big Boy. You ain't gotta wait for Big Boy. Clara, maybe I saw twins. What do you mean? I saw twins. Baby Angel and Big Cook, baby look like baby twinsies. Twinsies. Thank you for the super chat, Monique. She said Cookie probably swallowing Big Boy whole. My God. My God. She give me that. She give me head hunter. But she give me when she come around and but Angel Monique King, she one of the girls who she give me that when she come over there and she giving the head, they don't even let her take off her clothes. They don't even let her take off her clothes. You don't gotta get dressed. You don't gotta get undressed, baby. I ain't doing nothing to you. I'm not gonna grab your titty. I'm not gonna finger your pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna slap your ass. I'm not doing nothing to you. Matter of fact, put this bag over your head. Put this bag over your head. That's what they give. That's what Big Cook give me. Girl, don't you take nothing off. Don't you take nothing off. Keep it on. Keep it on. Okay? But y'all, that was pretty much the episode. Let me see. Thank you for the super chat, Jerry. He say, unlike Monique, Cookie got the cushion for the big boys pushing. Baby, that man don't want that. He had the cushion. Shit, he don't need hers too. He don't need hers too. She already coming in the bedroom sweating. She walked up in the scene sweating. And then the bitch had nerve to have some motherfucking wet and wavy hair in her head. Stop, please. Girl, how you, baby, listen, the wet and wavy don't have the effect that you think you got, baby, when you already coming into the motherfucking building sweating, bitch. It don't have the effect when you already coming out here sweating, baby. You already sweating, mama. What you got wet and wavy for? Girl. I love a thick, messy bitch. I wish Angel came in like that. Angel not thick, mama. We got it. That's why she over there confused and having identity crisis and stuff, baby. She ain't thick. She ain't thick. Baby, thick used to mean something back in the day, baby. That ain't thick, baby. We're gonna have to, that's a BBW, baby. And I'm not, listen, I come from a family of heavy-set women. Angel ain't that ain't thick, baby. That ain't thick. She not wearing no juniors. She ain't thick. She ain't thick. Come on now, we gotta be real, baby, and tell the people the truth. That's why they be having identities crisis and stuff. You've been told her that she's a BBW. She probably been grabbing her and saying, I ain't. Yes, baby. Yes, bitch. And it ain't because of that motherfucking 2-year-old baby you got either. Shit. Thank you for the super chat, Lex Lane. She says Stacey carried the entire episode on her back. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she overweight. Let's be real. And worse me think she think of baby thick. Well, where's she thick at? We gotta tell people to listen. We can't be playing with. Listen, we can't be playing with people like that. That's why they be so shocked. They gotta know what it is. That's why she over there crying to Gizelle and stuff. She thick. But she probably is having an identity crisis. She probably think that she thick. That's why she be, letting the roles go. And I'm thinking she over here just confident. Thank you for the super chat, being 44629. She say Stacey paid Vivian with the heat pad. With the head pad. Oh yeah, Vivian was there. I think that Vivian give too old for the group. Is Vivian trying out for the show? She's too old for the group now. At least Karen give us, Karen older, but she give us bad a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I know Gizelle got, fluid in the neck, fluid in the legs, soul type legs, whatever, but she still do kind of give us useful. Well, not with her dressing. Not with her dressing. It's grandma.
You're beautiful, but this drawstring ponytail, it gotta go. But I'm telling you, a babe, this grandma-ish.
No.
It's grandma-ish, but Vivian gives me old. Vivian gives me old. Vivian. They said that Vivian was trying to get on the show. Please don't. Get away. Get away. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. 1361. She said, GABOR, anyway, let's collect Mia's bond money before Thanksgiving. I wish I would. Mia, you still in jail, bitch? Girl. Girl, the jokes write themselves. All Mia had to do was sit her ass down on the couch at the reunion and tell just a girl, I would have told, girl, ain't no way I would have walked away from a Bravo check. I would have sat up there and told Gizelle, girl, I called them hoes because that's what they was. That's what they was. They daddy a hoe. They said that she was a hoe over there in Hampton, and they got it honestly. And I would have came back the next season. Period, Pooh. Period, Pooh. Who? You think I would have walked away from that Bravo check? Please. Oh, they said she was. Oh, she's out. She's out. She made a birthday post. Okay. You sure it wasn't Jeremiah? Well, they say he can't. They said that he. Okay. Mia was okay. Vivian give me African auntie. She give you African auntie? You gotta commit. Yeah, you gotta commit. Good boy, you need to host a Real Housewives reunion. I would have only wanted to host the Beverly Hills reunion when Garcelle was there, and she said that it was racism on the show. Or when she tried to bring up, when she raised her paddle and didn't pay, I would have wanted to host that reunion. Mm-hmm. It's her birthday. It was Mia's birthday. Oh. Mia hurt me. She hurt you? Wow. Mia is a fraud. Yeah, she is a fraud. I can't believe that Mia was over there stealing. Girl. Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. She said Angel's face card is platinum. Cookie look old in the face. They are not the same. Plus, Angel got a man with money. Thank you for the super chat, Amy J. Her face card is not platinum, baby. If her face card was platinum, baby, she wouldn't be trying to take 30 pounds off the motherfucker to put it online. If her face card was platinum, baby, she wouldn't be editing the photos online to make it seem like she 30, you know what I'm saying, 150 pounds lighter than what she really is. Platinum. Come on now. I like Angel too, a little bit. Sometimes. But baby, she can't, baby, the way that she edit the photos, it ain't platinum, mama. It ain't platinum. It used to be. But baby, she on cartoon that no, it ain't, oh my God, Angel is, she cute. She pretty as Simply Sakina. She pretty. But she said platinum though. Platinum is Beyonce. You get what I'm saying? Platinum is Lori Harvey. You get what I'm saying? Lizzo face card is platinum. You get what I'm saying? Now, Big Ange, no ma'am. Big Ange, no ma'am. Lizzo is a big girl with a platinum face card, baby. Big Ange, no. Okay? But Keiarna face card is platinum. Keiarna got a face card, baby. Let's be real. Is she ghetto? Yes. But her face card, platinum. Give it up. We got to give it up. I'm not going to take nothing away from nobody. Dorit face card, platinum. Platinum. Dorit, platinum. True it girl. Every sense of the word. Every sense of the word. Tisha from Bell Collector. No, Tisha from Love and Marriage Huntsville. She cute. Tisha from Love and Marriage Huntsville is cute too. Angel look like 50 other girls. Ooh. Dorit, yes. Yes. I heard Cookie is 60 to 70 years old. Man, the girl. Cookie give me 43. Cookie ain't no 60 or 70 years old. Child, Cookie give me 43, child. She just look like that. No, not Dorit. What you mean? Dorit platinum? Yes, Dorit. That bad bitch over there on Beverly Hills. GABOR, you wildin' now. Angel can definitely compete. We'll be girl, Lady Virgo, please. Keiarna face has been getting dragged since Sunday. Yeah, but it's a nice card though. She got a nice card. The GABOR gone now. Gone on. The bitch is not 5 years older than me. You know before I go, did y'all see the picture that they did of when Monique was talking about Big Cook and they showed that little clip of Big Cook? That did not, baby. I had to pause the TV I had to rewind it and pause the TV to see if that was Big Cook. Big Cook looked like she got something going on, baby. Big Cook, that ain't the same Big Cook. Them with the same girl. That's not the same girl. Megan Thee Stallion face card is platinum. Clay Thompson, get up out of here with that bullshit. Clay Thompson, get out of here with that bullshit. Girl, please. First, word knock now. Doree, go to Lens Conference. I got on contacts, Dinner Explorer. I have on contacts, Mama. Yes, my cousin Meg Thee Stallion is platinum. Oh, wow. Okay. If y'all say so. But y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25 got it. Call Daddy, tell him 25